Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today I'm gonna teach you how can you turn this footage into a deepfake footage. So before I start this video, guys, do remember to like and subscribe because this will help me a lot. And basically we'll be talking about AI technology, which is pretty exciting. So we are going to be using DeepFaceLab, and I'm pretty sure you guys are very curious, and this will just be like a basic tutorial that I seen that nobody really puts it out there in YouTube nowadays. So we have a bunch of people who are very confused how this AI works, and I hope this video basically clarifies how the app works. I mean, it's not really an app, but it's like more of like I guess it's like more of a Python script. And yeah, I hope this tutorial will be extremely useful for people starting out DeepFaceLab. So the very first thing you guys are going to do is, of course, install the DeepFaceLab. You can get the first link in this video, the first link below this video right here, and I will link it down below, so do remember check it out. It's basically DeepFaceVFX.com, and basically you guys are gonna download DeepFaceLab right here. You can download using these three options, but preferably I'll use Mega ZN, though the download speeds are really slow for whatever reason. But as you guys can see, once you guys are here, do not panic. You're probably very confused, like, why is there 3 versions? What am I supposed to do? But basically, I mean, there are 4 versions, but depending on your graphics card. So just for reference, right, my graphics card is basically the 1650 series. I think it's RTX or GTX, I can't really remember, but it doesn't matter. It's basically a very bad graphics card, and basically I would be using this last version. But if you guys have like a 3060 Ti, for example, 8GB, you know, those high-end graphics card, you guys definitely can use the RTX 3000 series. But anything lower than that, you guys want to use the first two right here, which I'm pretty sure there is not much of a difference unless you use the 3060 3000. But let's get right into it. So you guys are gonna hit download, and basically just hit download standard zip file, and you should download below. But I've already downloaded mine, so I'll just skip that part because I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to see that part. Just have download the DeepFaceLab, and this is where the magic basically begins. You guys would basically see a file and a whole bunch of what you call it, those batch files right here. There is like, oh my god, there is so much batch files, and you guys are probably very confused. What am I supposed to do? There's a lot of things, you know, it's very confusing. But as you guys can see, you have your internals, which we do not touch. We have the workspace where we actually render those like data source and data destination files, and basically you have a whole bunch of instructions right here. But you guys are basically gonna first get the destination file, which I already have right here. Wow. And I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm not gonna play the video. But basically this destination file would be extremely important, because what the destination file is basically the file that you guys are basically going to put the face on. So this is not the source, so there is a data source and data destination. So under this workspace, you guys can basically put the file that's called data source and data destination. So I'm pretty sure they already have like pre-installed this data source and data destination, but I removed them because I am trying to do other projects. If I'm not wrong, the example given is basically Elon Musk and Tony Stark, if I'm not wrong, and they basically want you to do that. But because I don't want to show you guys a tutorial where, you know, it's just very basic, I want to show you guys a slightly more advanced version of the basic tutorial, because I know there are like thousands of videos out there trying to replace Elon Musk with Tony Stark, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to see that because it's super boring and you're not learning much from it. So you guys are basically gonna get the data destination file right here, and you guys want the data source file as well. But I will create a new video, a separate video on advanced tutorial, because there's a lot of things going on here, and there might be several parts to this basic tutorial. But do remember to check them out once they're released. But you guys are basically gonna get the data destination file. I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm not gonna play the video right here. But basically it's just a 10-second clip which I got from here, and you guys can basically use like YouTube downloader, try to get it at 1080p, and try to get as the resolution as high as possible, and try to get those like interview clips. Basically of the face you're trying to deepfake on. So basically, like I said, the data destination is where you guys want to put the face on. So you guys can actually record yourself and just paste it right here as well, and that will be the data destination of trying to put the data source inside. So the very first way you guys can do is basically just head on over to DeepFace, what's that, I think it's pretty much called DeepFace VFX celebrity pack, and there are lots of packs right here you guys can use. And basically it's pretty simple. It's basically for example, if you guys want to install this, for example, you want to deepfake Michael J. Fox, right? Basically inside, you guys are basically gonna download and put the pack inside right here. But I have a pre-installed pack. Basically I have a pre-installed pack already, so I'm pretty much going to show you the pack method of installing. But do note there are several methods of how to install, and create a new video, part 2 on how to you know, manually create a pack. But this face pack basically is gonna be quite similar to what I have done. So I'm gonna show you. So for example, you guys have installed a faceset pack. I'll do link this link down below so you guys can check it out. But once you guys have installed it, you guys are basically gonna get something called data source, and right inside will be a line and face pack, so do not panic. As of right now, you guys are just gonna paste the data source right now and paste it inside. So this is a faceset that I custom made, and it's on Eva Max. So we are basically gonna be replacing her face with Eva Max. So just to clarify things, this is the destination file, this is the destination source. You're trying to put the source into the destination, you're trying to change the destination. Okay, so I hope that clarifies things. So once you guys are done with the workspace, all right, you guys are gonna hit extract images from data source. So once you guys have done it, if you guys are using a video for it, see for mine it does say like input file not found because we have not pasted anything for it. We are using a face set as per se, so this will be more of like a face set tutorial, basic tutorial, sorry, and there will be advanced versions coming out in the future. But you guys are gonna hit extract images from data what's that, data destination. It's gonna extract in full FPS, so let's just hit PNG and it should extract right here. So you guys are pretty much done the first step, so congrats on that. But basically I'm gonna press data destination. As you guys can see, the frames are generating, every single FPS will be generated, so there should be about 300 frames or 400 frames. As you guys can see, it is getting updated in real time right here. Alright, it's done at 258 frames, so it looks like I'm way off on my calculations, but you know, that doesn't really matter. So once you guys are done with the third step, you guys are gonna hit the we are gonna skip the data source face set extract because we already have the face set. So that's why it's pretty important to download a face set or create your own face set. So I'll post a video in the future on how to create a face set. But basically you guys are gonna press the data destination face set extract and just give it a while, and it should ask you like several options. So like I said, I'm using a 1650 GTX, so you guys can press OK, and there are several options for this. So let's just press question mark. Let's just see. So anytime you guys are confused what it does, you guys can press the question mark key right here, and you should say what it does. So for the first thing, we are going to use the WF, which is the whole face. So it includes the forehead, head includes the full head, so it does show like the hair and stuff like that. And the face basically it just shows a small section of the face, it does not cover the forehead. So for this case of tutorial, we'll be pressing the WF, and we'll be using 512 resolution. You know, press 100 and it should extract the face. So do give it some time, and I'm recording as well, so it might be slower, but my laptop, it's extremely slow. If you guys have like a gaming setup like a desktop, which I plan to upgrade, it would be definitely faster. So yeah, so it should start extracting the face. I'm not sure why is it not loading, probably because I'm recording as well. But as you guys can see, there are 258 faces to extract right here. And if you guys press the align folder, that's where the face is gonna be at. But in this tutorial, right, we are not gonna work with what's that? We're not gonna work with exact, because I'm pretty sure you guys will be very confused what's going on. I don't want to bombard you guys with like a whole bunch of tutorial, a lot of steps. I'll make it as fast, free, as simple, as easy to follow, as fast as possible. You guys want a deepfake, really easy, and this will just be a part 1 video. You can always get more information in my later videos which will come out. They will explain exact, all this kind of stuff, so don't worry guys, this will just be a very simple tutorial, very easy, you know, very, I wouldn't say it's like probably the most in-depth tutorial, but it's more like it's kind of like a very simple and easy process from start to finish. So it should take some time to extract, and depending on your computer or laptop, it should be faster. But as for a benchmark, my 1650 does extract at like really slow. It extracts pretty slowly. So yeah, I'll see you guys. So basically the face set, it is completed right here, and finally it took about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. But like I said, depending on your desktop or laptop, it'll definitely be faster. So yeah, it really depends on the graphics card you guys have. So once you guys are done, you guys are gonna press any key to continue, and this is where it gets really important, because you guys are gonna go to the align and just check for those faces that are not aligned properly or orientated wrongly. So as you guys can see, this is the perfect face set. So I will not like cover all like the whole in-depth tutorial on like how to spot like those faces that are corrupted or bad, but basically you guys see the underscore behind right here. If it does say like _1, that means there is additional face that detects. So I really call it like a ghost face, or like something that you know, it detects wrongly. But in this case, everything is perfect. So let's just hop into the last step. I'm sorry, the second last step. And I know this tutorial will be like extremely long, and that's why I don't want to bombard you guys with like a bunch of stuff, like for example exact. So you completely skip the exacting part, and I'll make a later tutorial on how to do the exact that is like 3050 or 3060. But as you guys can see, I have a pre-trained model right here. I have the exact, which we will not cover today. We'll cover it like part 2 in the basic tutorials. But we have the 256 resolution, so the higher resolution the better, obviously. So basically minimally you guys want to use like 316, but my laptop cannot take it, okay? So we'll be using 256. So there will be comments in the video like, how do I get the model, you know, how do I get this, how do I get that? So head on this website, link is down below, and it's basically called pre-trained models. You guys can download a pre-trained model right here. You can use 256. So for this tutorial, you guys can follow along. I'll be using this 256 model right here, SEAHD, pretty much, that's what it's called. And you guys are gonna have to log in and register. So download this model right here. It has 256, and this will significantly speed up your your training time. Definitely use a pre-trained model from this website, because if you guys do not use a pre-trained model, it's gonna take like 10 years to like get a decent looking face, and pretty much you guys don't want that, because it takes so damn long to get a good face. So once you guys have downloaded the pre-trained model right here, you guys are pretty much gonna hit the train SEHD right here, and I will explain every single setting in like very quick detail. Like I said, this is a basic tutorial. I'll create an advanced tutorial in the future to cover, you know, those tiny little bits of detail or options. So you guys are gonna pretty much hit 0 and what GPU to use. So definitely use your graphics card. Why would you use your CPU? You guys are gonna press the settings right here. So the very first thing, auto backup, you guys want to keep it off, because it takes so much memory, unless you guys want to like keep the model or, you know, prevent crashes. But basically I manually backup, so you guys can hit like 1, so every 1 hour pretty much it will like back up. I keep this at 0. The reason is because every time it backs up, it takes up memory. It's stored in like the auto backup section. So I don't know if I can show you guys. Yeah, see, it stores in this auto backup, and each auto backup it takes like 900 MB 1 gig every 1 hour. So it takes way too much strain on my hard drive, so I'm gonna keep it off. So press 0. Next one would be N, and would be preview history. So for this case, it basically shows you like as the iterations, as the training continues, like what are the changes and you know the pictures they show or something like that. I keep that off because it's not relevant to me. Target iteration, keep it at 0, so you can pretty much train to like 1 million as well. You can train to 1 I mean you can train to 1 million, pretty much it works. So press 0. Flip source randomly, you guys want to keep it as yes, and for destination keep it at no. Batch depending on your GPU, but normally I keep to 4 3. If I can't run at 4, run at 3. And as a benchmark, this is a 1650. You can run a 256 whole face model at 256 resolution. This is a 1650 4GB graphics card. You guys definitely have a better graphics card than me, and I'm really afraid this video will run like 30 minutes, and I do not want that because it takes too long. So I'll make a part 2 definitely, so stay tuned for that. So mouse training, you guys want to press yes. Eyes, nose, priority, and press yes. Uniform yawn distribution, if you're working with like those side faces and you have very little source files, you guys are gonna press yes, but in this case I do have enough. Blur mouse, no. GPU, definitely yes. Other belief, yes. Learning dropout, so not yet, so we're not gonna press it. Random walk, yes. Random hue, no. GAN, no. True face, no. Not in this case, and you guys are gonna press just copy the settings, alright, for the first stage. So there are several stages on how to do this as well, but for this stage you guys are going to use these settings right here, and you should load right now. So I'll show you the magic of the pre-trained model right here. It's pretty good, alright. So yeah, so you should load right here really easy, you know, it should load really easy. So as you guys can see, I'm using a 3060 and a window will pop up. It's like, oh, what is going on, right? Alright, it's really simple. Alright, it just shows you the model and basically shows you like a picture. So the first button I want you guys to do is basically press P, and this will just update the frames, right? Really simple. You just update the frames and bam, look, already the face is looking clear as because of the pre-trained model. Like I said, this is why you use a pre-trained model. This is literally why you use a pre-trained model. Alright, in this window you guys are gonna see several things. So the first thing will be the time, the second thing will be the amount of iterations going. The number will keep increasing by 1, and it will definitely be faster than mine because my GPU is very slow. The third thing you guys will see is basically how many seconds it takes for 1 iteration. So for my case, it's about 733. The next thing you see is basically the if I'm not wrong, is the source loss. So basically the lower the value is better. Alright, so minimally you guys want to hit 0.2. so in this case right now, as you guys can see, the source will be on the left side, right? This whole section here is the source, okay, and the next value will be the destination file. So like I said, the video which I said download at the start, which I downloaded at the start on Lady Gaga right here, and it's gonna be at 0.7, so it's quite bad, as you guys can see. But for the first few seconds, it's really pretty good. It's really pretty solid. So yeah, so on the most extreme right, it will be the replace face. So this is the destination, this is the source. This is the left will be the source, the middle will be the destination, the one on the right will be the replace face. So you guys can press P to update the keyboard. P right here is updating in real time right here. But of course you guys want to set this training to run for probably like 7 hours or like pretty much very long to get very good results. But for this basis of tutorial, I will not be running for 7 hours and boring you guys to death just seeing me update the screen every time. But here are some basic functions. So if you guys want to see how the mask work, or how, you know, how the face is changed, you guys can press the space button right here, and it should show you how it gets the face. So like I said, we did not exact, so it just shows like a part of the face, not the what's that, it's not the whole face, it's just showing just the face. There's no forehead. If it's the exact model, you can look on the left, there should show the forehead right here. And basically the resolution right here, it's extremely horrendous, man. Apologize you guys if you guys can't see anything, it's so blurry right here. You can't see any face detail, you can't see like the eye, what's that, the eye light or something like that. And yeah, you guys can press space just to see again. So yeah, do just try out the buttons as well. So the last thing I want to show you guys, if you guys want to manually backup, press the button B, and you should say creating backup right here on the left. And yeah, there we go, you created a backup. If you guys go to the auto backup section in the model, you should see O3 at 9:15 AM, which is right now. Okay, the last setting you guys the last button you guys can press is basically the S button. So if you guys press S, would be save, so you should say saving, and yeah, you should save right here. So that is all for the model. So let's just go ahead and save. So press enter to save and exit. So let's just press enter and save and exit. If my computer can load right now. Last step, you guys gonna press merge to SEHD. If you guys have a very bad graphics card, you guys can use the quick 96 tutorial. So I will make a new tutorial as well on it. So I'll make a lot of videos on this, because I do believe everybody deserves a chance to make deepfake, because it's extremely fun if you guys like it. Gonna pray yes. Workers 8, depending on how many cores you guys have. So you guys have 16 cores, the number of workers will increase. Use save section no for this case. And once you guys are at this screen, mainly you guys can just read the options right here, but I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown how this. First button you guys are gonna do is press a tab just to see the options. So as you guys can see, this is how the face is. It is very blurry, unfortunately, because I just trained for like, I don't know, probably just 5 minutes. Asking me how do I do that? You guys press the what's that, the command, the wavy command, just to see the source face, I'm sorry, destination face. And you press the number 3 button just to change it to seamless, but I will not change it seamless, I'll just change it to overlay, which is number 1. Okay, I'll create a tutorial, like an advanced tutorial on how to, like, you know, do a in-depth analysis on this, and you know, like stuff like that. But it looks really bad because the resolution is not good enough. You guys can definitely train the resolution higher. So I do apologize, I've been recording for hours right now, and you know, this thing takes way too long, so I'll definitely put it in another part. But basically you guys get the gist of it. If you guys press advanced right now, it is merging several frames. You can see you're talking. If you guys want to see the destination, you can press the wavy command. This is the original. You guys press number 1 just to see the destination again. As you guys can see, it's not that bad. It is really not that bad right now. So you guys can definitely change the erode mask and blur mask. So let me just pull out my keyboard. You guys would definitely get very confused if I do not pull out the keyboard. So to erode the mask, basically, as you guys can see, if I just press erode mask to 40, as you guys can see, the face, the what's that, the stroke, I guess what you call it, the stroke of the mask or the edge of the mask is definitely reduced. If I put at 0, as you guys can see, it's definitely increased. Yeah, the blur of the mask is basically pressing E. You can just make it a bit more blurry, as you guys can see. If we zoom in right here, you can see like that definitely blends it better. So normally what I like to do is I press like 5 or probably like 10, and I'll just increase it to like 145. Definitely looks better. So there are several options right here. I will not be testing every single thing because I'm, you know, kind of in a rush for time right now, and I want to make it a very quick tutorial. The next thing you guys are gonna do to apply this to every frame, because if you press the next frame, as you guys can see, the settings are not applied, right? Clear as day, settings not applied. How do I apply? The first thing you guys gonna press is Shift M, alright? That will apply to the back frame. So every setting before that frame will be saved. The next thing you guys are gonna do is press Shift with that question mark right here, and bam, is applied to the back of frame. So if you guys press next frame, next frame, next frame, every settings is retained. So the last step you guys are gonna do is press what's that? You see, I can't really remember anymore, but you guys are gonna merge the frame. So you guys want to press Shift with this mark right here, and you should say merging. So it's gonna merge every single frame, and we'll move on to the last step. Finally, as a benchmark, this is a 1650, and this is how fast you can merge with recording software on. So plus minus like I think 30 seconds. So yeah, give it some time, and you guys are done with the merging process. it would stop at 100 and there will be no like reaction or anything. It will not prompt you for anything. You guys gonna hit the escape button really quick and you should say done, everything is safe. And yes, we finally reached the last stage of the tutorial. So give yourself a pat on the back, because you guys have done the most excruciating thing, the most tiring thing, the most boring thing. You guys gonna press merge to MP4 like I said, and you guys gonna press 16 bits. You guys can press 100 bits as well, it doesn't really matter, but 16 bits is where you guys want to do it at, and it's gonna merge every frame. It's gonna be pretty quick because the previous step has already done like all the heavy lifting, and it has pretty much done every single thing. So once you guys are done, you should say done, but do not exit because it's merging the silhouette or the matte file. So once you guys are done, you should say press any key to continue. You guys can see the end result at the result page right here. So to give you guys a comparison, this is how the destination looked like at the start.
Everybody's gotta go.
I don't want to get copyrighted. Come on. This is how the destination looks like. Alright. Please do not copyright me. Alright. This is just for tutorial. Okay. And this is how the result looked like. So you guys can definitely see it's like very blurry. It's not very good. Like I said, I only trained for 5 minutes. Alright. I did not train it for very long. But as you guys can see, this is how it looks like. So you definitely can't see a lot of the resolution on the face. It looks pretty bad, but you guys have to just leave it for very long. You guys want to leave it for like 5 hours at end, 10 hours at end. It looks really bad because you just gotta leave it for very long. So I need to do an advanced tutorial definitely on how to do these kind of things, and stay tuned for that. Alright, but basically this is how currently this is how the face has done, and this is how the DeepFace program pretty much works in this case. So I hope you guys learned a lot, and before I end this video, I'll show you guys the Resolve mask, which you need Premiere Pro or some like DaVinci Resolve to play, because it's in the silhouette or matte format if I'm not wrong. But basically this would just be the end of the tutorial basically. So I hope you guys enjoy and learn like a bunch of features. Like I say, I'll make different parts like how to exact advanced tutorial as well, and a part 2 in this, because I feel like I did not cover the destination or source file, because I just want to make it as quick, as easy to learn as possible. Do apologize if it's very lengthy and it's like a bunch of things, and do leave down below your comments on like, you know, how can you you know, those like questions you guys may have, because I'm pretty much sure you guys will have a lot of questions on like how to get this. I'll try to answer as much as possible. Like I said, software is down below, it's completely free, and yeah, I hope you guys learn a lot today, and you know, you guys can share with your friends if you guys like. And yeah, I'll see you in part 2. And yeah, I'll see you. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.